Good morning, everyone, and I am back. I have to clarify something from the last live broadcast because someone left me a message and I didn't see it until after we went off the air. So I'm back to just do a quick clarification and help everyone out. It is Thursday, August the 6th, 2020. It is 10:18 a.m. Central Time. In the last live broadcast, I challenged everyone to download the Spotify app and start listening to everything with Theology Central, VBC Bible Institute, to follow our podcast there, to try to get us on the religion and spirituality chart. Because I looked at that chart and we're looking at the content there. I'm like, man, they've got ghost stories, astrology, Joyce Meyer, Stephen Furtick. We need some historical biblical Christianity on there. So even if you don't like me, you can pick your favorite theology podcast and start streaming it like crazy to get it on that chart. Well, someone left me a message saying they don't see the chart. So let me explain how you find it. Once you get to Spotify, you're going to see home, search, or your library. Go under search. Soon as you go under search, you're going to see some categories. You're going to have your top genres of music. If you listen to music, you're going to have your top genres of music listed. You're going to have popular podcast categories, and then it's going to say browse all. And you're going to see the category for podcast. Tap on podcast. Then you're going to have categories, podcast charts. Type on podcast charts. You're going to get top podcast, trending podcast, top society and culture podcast, and top comedy podcast. Right underneath that, you're going to see a thing that says top podcast by category. Top podcast by category. You click on that. And you're going to bring up all the categories. And you're going to have top arts, top business, top comedy, top education, top fiction, top health and fitness, top history, top leisure, top music, top news, and top religion and spirituality. And then you click on that and you will see the chart. All right. So let me go through that again. To find the religion and spirituality podcasting chart on Spotify, what you need to do is you click on search. All right. As soon as you click on search, it's going to open up and it's going to show your top genres in music if you've been listening to music. It's going to give you your popular podcast categories. Then it's going to say browse all. Right under browse all, it's going to say podcast. You tap on that. Then it's going to say podcast charts. You hit on that. It's going to give you 4 charts. Top podcast, trending podcast, top culture, society and culture podcast, top comedy podcast charts. Right underneath that, you're going to see a category that says top podcast by category. Why am I having problems speaking today? Top podcast by category. You tap on that. It's going to list all the categories. You'll have to scroll down just a little bit and you'll see top religion and spirituality. And there is the chart. All right. So I just want to make sure if anyone's looking for the chart, that's how they can find it. I'll go through that one more time. You hit search. Once the search page comes up, you're going to have your top genres of music if you're listening to music. Popular podcast categories. Then you're going to have a thing that says browse all. You're going to see podcast. You hit podcast. Then it's going to give you fresh finds. Underneath that, categories. You're going to see podcast charts. Tap on that. It's going to give you the 4 major charts. Top podcast chart, trending podcast chart, top society and culture podcast chart, top comedy podcast chart. Underneath that, you're going to see a thing that says top podcast by category. Click on that. It's going to bring up all the charts. Scroll down. Right in the middle of the page, top religion and spirituality. Tap on that. There is the chart. There you have it. Very simple, very straightforward. If you need any help, email me at newsif@yahoo.com, newsif@yahoo.com. I can walk you through it. I can give you the instructions. I'm glad someone was listening and asked the question. That's a positive sign. They at least wanted to go look at the chart. So maybe they were curious about what's on the chart. Go look at it. That's what the world is listening to when it comes to religion and spirituality. That chart gives you an idea of what the world is listening to. Ghost stories, astrology, Joyce Meyer, Stephen Furtick, and there are some other things on there. There are some other things on there, but I'm saying that's what's dominating the chart. Anything you see on that chart that you think is good, then stream it to death. Get it up, move it up the chart. And then, of course, if you want to help out Theology Central, VBC Bible Institute, then obviously that's the whole reason I offered the challenge. But it's to get biblical theology on the religion and spirituality chart. That's where when the world is looking on, they got Spotify, and if they've got any religious or theological, there's some thoughts in their mind, and they want to explore religion, theology, church history, they're going to open up their little podcast app and go, let's go to religion and spirituality. And that's what they're going to listen to. Let's at least give them the choice for historical biblical Christianity. You say, well, it's out there, but they may not go look for it. You got to bring it to the world. You can't expect the world to come to you. You got to go to them and say, here it is. Now, they may not listen to it. They may ignore it. They may hate it, but we can put it there and then see what happens. All right. So there you go. I just wanted to clarify that. Thank you to the person who sent me the message. I greatly appreciate it. Hopefully that was helpful. All right, I'll stop right there. Thank you for listening. This was just kind of an impromptu, go back live on the air immediately and clarify. So that's how you get to the chart. And if you have any questions, newsif@yahoo.com. All right, thanks for listening, everyone. Everyone have a great day. God bless.